Don't cut your mind. We will deliver another party for this town. I swear to all
my people, I want to be waiting the app, waiting this up. So, bam. I just want you to watch this video. This is what is happening in the car land currently. But what would we say? Let peace reign. I am so disappointed because Honorable Tony and Honorable Sabatino go. You two are friends. We should not be seeing this kind of things. That politics will be bringing issue because Umunede I just pray and hope that we see you guys end this fight in peace and meet a good cause. I don't know. Our father Ekwemesa coming to this matter. So let me don't bother you with my talk. Before I say anything, let's watch this video.
You don't deliver another party. If they don't bring out good person, if they don't bring out good person for this town, we go bring out good person for ourselves. We go use our hand bring out another person. Let them here, come from the here, come from the here. Not punish everybody. It never is about nobody. There's nobody. We will go another party. Not deliver another good person. I like a way we put on your wobi. Yes, we just about nobody.
The immediate past MD of Delta State Signage and Assessment Agency. I resigned from that position because I'm aspiring for the position of House of Assembly in this new constituency. And before I did that, I consulted duly. I'm an appointee of the governor, and you all agree with me that there's no way I will resign my appointment without consulting. I consulted the governor, and I also want to let you know that I'm also loyal to women, and he's also aware that I'm running. You see, the truth of this whole matter is what we have been doing since we came into this town. I won't say what I have been doing is to strategically position Umunede in such a way that decisions cannot be reached or concluded without putting Umunede into consideration. You will all agree that I came into politics 2014, and before then, I don't think it has been possible, or Umunede has ever produced beyond the vote in terms of vote 2000 or 2005. But because of our collective effort, we were able to record above 13,000 that year. And why did we record that number? It's because we had a good process that produced the candidate of the party as at then. A process where everybody, we are all included. We consulted, we agreed together, and that is what produced that result. If today we decide to go outside that process that gave us that result, then we're already heading for doom. That is the truth. There are some statements that have been made here that are really not true. For me, one thing everybody knows me for is that I say things the way they are, and I will always go straight to the point. My brother here, Honorable Tony had great interest in running for House Assembly, and for that reason, I stayed back. He consulted very well, and I'm sure he consulted a lot of people here. It wasn't a pretend, it wasn't a strategy. But at the end of the day, when this new constituency was created, the government took that decision and said there has been so much divide in Delta State because the legacy APC have been deprived, and they know with what is ahead of them, with the emergence of NDC, ADC, that is likely going to be chaos. In their wisdom, in the governor's wisdom and the party's wisdom, they said this position should be zoned all across the state, not Umunede, not just this constituency. That this position should be zoned to the legacy APC. That is what brought about this, and that was how he was affected. And instead of the old APC to come together, resolve, agree, and bring out somebody, he decided to go and pick just one person on his own. If you do that, you're already setting the pace for destruction. I'm happy today that will be mentioned that this whole thing is not about me. I've never been a selfish politician. All I've been fighting for is how will Umunede move forward. While Obi was talking now, he said, it's not about me, but let's do things that will make Umunede continue to be in this position where they cannot do without. That is what I am saying. So for us to come here, sit down and say, Okowa Ikwele, Sheriff Ikwele, I'm telling you that's a lie from the pit of hell. They are only lying on Okowa and lying on the government. They are only lying on Okowa and the governor. Okowa has not picked anybody. Okowa has not said. For the record, there is a meeting today at Okowa's place where, to a very large extent, decisions will be reached. Party have not decided. Okowa have not picked anybody. Neither has the governor said this is where, because everything stopped on the table of the governor. So for us to come here and beginning to mislead the people, I mean, that's wickedness. That's a wicked thing to do. At every point in time, let's always come out and tell the people the way it is. And another thing they said this coalition, Tony fought to make sure that coalition come to Umunede. How? Maybe I'm saying what the fact, statement of fact. There was a meeting and everything they have done. Umbri had a good case, very fantastic case. And from the whole look of things, it had already gone to Umbri. I can tell you can go and verify. But when some of us signify interest, and from this Umunede, they have to make a U-turn because Umunede is strategically positioned. If we signify interest and you deny us, then doom ahead, what's the eye? That is the truth. This is me. You can verify anything I say here. So I don't like when people come here and say things that are not true. I will walk out from this place and I said I'm not contesting again. It's not about me. Everything I have done, watch my antecedents, is how this community, Umunede, will move forward. But let's not continue to lie and deceive the people. Let's say things the way they are. Enough of manipulating the people. And if I tell you today, whatever Okowa does today that you criticize him for, it's not him. It is because of the people, the manipulators that are here, who always bring position things in the wrong way. For him as Okowa, forget it, he wants the best. He has given you opportunity. He said, go back. Umunede, we want somebody from here. And all he said is that he wanted you, call Umunede as a whole. Can we sit together as one and decide who will represent us? And it's only when we do that, that is when we can get 15,000. We can get 20,000. If we do it the way we want to do it, you will not get 2,000. And this is not me, I will not incite anybody. But for the right thing to be done, that is, we must do things also. We must come together and agree. Without that, nobody, no one man can make it happen. That is the truth. You can't flog a child and say the child should not cry. It's not possible. It's never possible. So for me, the progress of Umunede is what I want. As I stand here today, I can step aside. Oh, but all I say is that do things the right way so that we can get that vote. We have well-educated people here, sound people. People who can actually marshal the agendas of Umunede without fear or favor. What is stopping us from using such a people? What? I don't understand. And I will not be an Umunede and keep quiet over anything. I'm one man who can stand at any time and I will say it the way it is, without fear, without favor, without contradictions. That is the truth. As long as I know I am saying the right thing. So whatever it is we are doing today, I want to beg every one of us here, we should think properly. We should think, we should sit and sleep over this so that we don't make mistakes.
This you know, what can I say? Hello, what are man? What are man? Don't before me go. First of all, when you want to go, when you want to, where's that can one first. But I want to establish this caveat. Don't manage them for. One you want to, one. Secondly, you need APC. You need APC. I didn't APC one day. Mele Okowa le Sheriff Bam. Before you come here, so that you understand me from that perspective. No prejudice. No donate. Obi, Okarene man. E ka to kwa ni fe o. E ma no okune po o de kam man. Once in a while, Jack will be meeting. Kebai I zoom na yo na now Hanover. Yama no kwa no wazo. E be married. Jack you. E biru connected. E bank you. O mo kwa cancellership. Let them people decide 100%. Oh yes, so because I get here. Oru House of Assembly. Yama no House of Assembly. Early you saw. Good enough that we have constituency too. They man here like just one of since 1991 here in the middle. But the particular constituency was suppressed over the years. Can Yakwa House of Assembly, I want to include Obi himself. I know what the kind of bring back this constituency with the directive of the then governor. Senator Dr. Fayoko. We started working on it. I know around many where they made the first delineation about 4 years ago. We hosted them in Umunede for 7 days. Then we went to court under the guidance of the same governor. But today, I know where the constituency. And I believe that 80% of Umunede people didn't even know about it. But even if they live well, but they were not heeding to it because it was a political talk. But today is the reality. I'm also pointing to the fact that one day, by the special grace of God, Umunede will be the headquarters of a local government. Where you be here, Yahumane, women more boy. Why do you expect? This era is an era of smartness, AI era. Smart people are thinking how to better their lives and the lives of the community people. That's what we do. Here is establishing the fact that only way they can go there. Oh, when they are really work, right from childhood. To the fact that now I became a youth leader in this town. I grew up in this town. So I just want you to go that the palace is to be respected and not to be desecrated. The fear of the palace are the beginning of any man's wisdom. In a land, he believes in there is culture and tradition. And I respect that. una mana ni mmekọ kọkọ na but o wala akọkọ ọlọ be so nwa ọpọn ye o so meji kema meru kema. Now we are able to do this and we brought the constituency. Then the argument came. What was the argument? Where are we going to take the House of Assembly candidate to for my party? So, no one is not like a Jesuit one, it's not like a House of Assembly. So I pretended. All of them, they were coming to me, you must run. Not so yes, I was going to run. I know why I did that. Because how many Kurishis like I don't know, we will not be sitting here and be discussing Umunede for this episode. Then we agreed. So on the long run, no one I really the stage in Kijisu any Ellen Caron at the 9 minutes. Everybody want to buy everybody Umunede, not so Ellen Caron. Because me, I don't know me here check on the bound. And in Jehua, I will not be able to bring up somebody from Umunede again that will occupy the position I occupied 3 years ago. So which means we are able to bring up somebody else. Not me. I have a position. I'm the Director General Delta State Investment Development Agency. On incident with the House of Assembly, Humamaji and 9. On the long run, we will now reduce from 2 to 1. Like wisdom, like I did, man. Now, what is the argument? Igbodo Akumazi Umunede Mbiri. Forward. Igbodo is one of them House of Rep. You cannot go. Igbodo argument. One of them is sitting here. Akumazi is one of them commissioner. You cannot go. Umunede who wants to do the Jagwale. Let another person go. Then Mbiri. It was fantastic argument. Fantastic argument. Mbiri where that Mbiri must go. Mbiri, they espouse their own argument. And it was fantastic. They don't have anything, they've not gone before. So why would they not take Mbiri? There was no reason. And so and then the argument was happening. We vote to in block. Who are dividing vote to where? Because we don't know where the quality. Because in Bilikwele equally well. And they have never gone astray. On that thing. That's why we for the government of the day. That argument was there, and it was not only me that was there. So people that were there can testify to what I'm saying. On the long run, the argument was never there or here. But I know. Not so any. Yes, I agree. That your strength in the spirit is your unity. But our weakness in Umunede is our disunity. But I'm promising them that from today, Umunede we are going to speak in one voice. That's where you heard. Let them be rest assured that we'll give them block vote. Because I remember when I did my own election in 2015, we were doing an election as if we were celebrating Christmas. That we want to repeat that. Who really can do that since we have done it before? That is the argument. And today, we are thinking, we are hoping, and we are believing that Umunede can wear the House of Assembly. Onyemwene is insignificant. Onyemwene is not important. Seriously speaking, it's not important. But there was a caveat that the position must go to the old APC. The old APC. So now, even the old APC, who are interested? Already interested, let him go. Yeah, but I'm talking to you, I know that the collection of the form ended yesterday. If by now, only when they came off form, only when they get it, or with it, as I'm talking to you, all the aspirants are with the chairman. So, you have to win. Mama Bangwa, all man who go Yakuna Bamba, all the man, especially communication is important. You must discuss with people who are in authority, discuss with people who are in government. Also cannot be in government at the same time. But if you are communicating with people in government, they will tell you the truth so that you don't make mistakes. It is not about the federal government. Let me tell you, whether I would like it or not, the federal government will always do what they will do. But the state government is the government that we know, that we see every day. If Tinubu is going to appoint me as a minister today, he will not be reasoning Umunede. He will be reasoning data. And if you don't pay the policies of data, you will not be remembered. So, unless you are a personal friend. So it is in the state. We are growing, and we must grow. But here are going to it is important that we will keep expanding and developing leaders. I'm not here to Okwanje, onwe jesi na onwe ka ma. Emne hidra mo kwatan. Okwanje, onwe na mi saka jesi na onwe ka ma. So we must be moving forward. We must be moving forward. This is not the time. Akeja alo bo hunwa wa mwenye mo. Oh, for us when we didn't let ka hunwa adaiwe. Awful times, it's what I have said. I have established that cabinet that today I'm in APC and I work with Okowa. So I am not hiding it. So that you don't judge me. Check what I am.